Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hood Table one more again. It's your girl back with another TV show review. And as I told y'all yesterday and today, Power, the season 4 premiere, it started last night. And I told y'all that it was really good. It was worth the watch. I thought it was a great start to the season, to season 4, which is also, again, the last season. And I have some predictions, and on some of them I might be reaching, but I'll discuss some of those predictions at the end of my review. And then you can also, if you want, give me your predictions as well. But on the way in, you guys, make sure you hit the like button, the share button, subscribe if you're already if you're new here. We are live on several different platforms at the same time, including Twitter, okay? So I will be checking all the platforms for comments, but make sure you feel free to post a comment wherever we are live right now of your opinions or your thoughts on the different characters, the different storylines, things like that. For the TV show Power spinoff Ghost, Power 2 spinoff Ghost, which of course circles around the lives of not only Tariq, but one of his besties, Brayden, and also the Tejadas. And of course, Mary J. Blige, she is the mother, the queen pin of the Tejada children. So it focuses on the lives of those people. It's centered around them. And again, this is the last season, y'all. The last season. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I'm ready for this to go, because I have some strong predictions for different characters, and some of those haven't came to pass in my favor. So again, I'll discuss some of those at the end, but we never know. We never know. Anything is bound to happen with this last season of Power. So again, make sure you like and share the video. If you want to donate to the commentary or to the platform, the $ Hood Table 402 is our Cash App. So feel free if you want to send a donation. Now, as I normally do, those of y'all who've been following me for years, y'all know when I come back from a season to do a review on a premiere, I go back a little bit, just a little bit, and give you a recap of what happened in the prior season. Not the whole season, just like the last few shows. I always do that with every TV show, because sometimes we go a whole year and we forget some stuff, okay? We forget some stuff, and people don't want to go back and watch all the episodes just to figure out, you know, what they remember, what they don't remember. So we're going to do a quick review. It'll probably take me 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to jump right into season 4, episode 1 premiere. And the title of the video was called I'm Not Easy to Die. I believe that's what it was called. I'm Not Easy to Die. But anyway, again, make sure you like and share the video on the way in. So we're just going to recap again the end of season 3. Now, around like season 8, after the feds have realized that Tariq, the Tejadas, and McLean were aware of their RICO plans, Saxe and Sullivan knew that his life could very well be in danger, being that his cover had been blown. So after Saxe found out, he called Tariq and threatened him. Saxe claimed that he knows the whereabouts of his mother, Tasha, remember that, and his sister, Jazz. But if he died, then that information will die with him. Tariq had told Davis McLean about how Saxe was working with the feds, and Davis finally got the chance to hear it for himself when he went to the jail to talk to Diana. After McLean's brother Theo found out, I had said then that I believe he finally confessed the fate of his illness. Remember, he had a brother, he was sick, he was in jail for a long time, and his brother actually went to jail for him. Y'all remember that, right? And then McLean had found out that his brother was ill. So he was trying to get him out of the joint, as soon as possible. But because of his illness, his days were already numbered. And for many months, he had been lying to McLean about his illness improving from his treatments, when in fact he had actually quit doing his treatments. He quit taking the treatments, the chemo or whatever it was that was helping him to stay alive. And that is what led to him taking out Saxe. Saxe had to go for the sake of his brother. He was once again looking out for his brother McLean. He knew that McLean wanted to do it himself, but he didn't want McLean risking his life or his career by going to jail. So once again, his brother Theo took one for the team, okay? Sacrificing his life for his brothers once again. Tariq, Braden's Uncle Lewis, and Ron Samuel Jenkins, aka RSJ. Now, meanwhile, at Weston Holdings, Tariq updates Braden on the RICO case. Braden then tells Tariq that Weston is a Ponzi scheme. We recall when he found that out. Tariq was very, very upset because in those Ponzi schemes, you can easily lose money. And all his money was gone. His entire trust fund that was left for him after his father passed was gone. And they knew that they were both dead if Monet wanted that insurance money back. So Tariq goes behind Braden's back to tell RSJ that Weston Holdings is a Ponzi scheme, and he needs RSJ to do something about it since they both have lost their money. So RSJ, Braden, Tariq, they confront Lucas about Weston Holdings actually being a Ponzi scheme. In order for RSJ to stay quiet and not report this to the SEC, Lucas agreed to pay back Tariq, RSJ, and Monet's money. And if he retaliates in any kind of way, RSJ vowed that he would file a complaint. So once again, Tariq saves the day by leading the feds into a trap that disrupts and sets back their progress. Because remember, he switched the drugs for sugar. Kane, I'll say it back then, he can hate on Tariq all he wants, but things would have been a lot different in those episodes of last season if Tariq wasn't the man with the plan. He takes after his father. He get it from his daddy, okay? But Kane and Effie and Lauren, boy, that was a shock, right? That was a shock. When it came to those two, Kane and Effie, I knew that they were soon going to get together. All it took was for Kane to throw some money her way to get in them draws, right? But when Effie was first arrested by way of allegations from Diana, they had to release her because no drugs were found at the stash place, only sugar instead. Now, I didn't know how they were able to put it into action so fast, but Monet replaced all the drugs that they had stashed and replaced it with sugar. Effie and Kane, they hooked up in her dorm room again. Blanca, remember, she came banging at the door, and Effie was arrested for real that time. And while she was in handcuffs, Blanca walked over to her car where Jenny was leaning against. Lauren then rolls down the window and says, Effie is the one who tried to kill her. And then Effie was being arrested for attempted murder. But Kane, the look on his face when he saw Lauren, that she was still alive. Can y'all remember that? Because y'all remember what had happened, right? They were supposed to kill Lauren, but Braden was like, no, we can't do it. We just gonna give you some money. Just leave. Just go out of town. Just leave and go out of town. So when Kane saw Lauren, he was like, oh my God, she has risen from the dead. Okay. But then, okay, we're gonna cross over to Drew and his ex Gordo. Remember Gordo's mom, Evelyn, right? And then we also remember Drew's ex, Everett. So Kane, he had attempted to call Effie to warn her about being set up by Tariq. However, he was interrupted by Drew's temper tantrum upstairs. Drew was upset because Everett had just came out. Remember, he just came out in the closet during an interview, and the budding NBA player introduced the world to his new boo, his new boyfriend, and Drew was pissed. He was devastated, and he tells Kane that he needed to go somewhere to drink until he blacks out. Drew, he finds out Everett and his boyfriend was out and about at a nearby restaurant, right? And that's where he had to go and make a scene. Everett's boo gives him time to talk to Drew alone. He's like, okay, hon, handle your business, so we can move along. And what's up, Corio? How you doing, boo? Hey, one of my favorite moderators. Welcome to the chat. Make sure everybody like and share the video while I'm running my mouth. Thank you. But yeah, so he let him go outside and talk to his ex, right? So Drew, he breaks down. Oh my God, he lost it. He had just lost Gordo. They had to put Gordo down, per their mother. Their mother forced him to do it. And he told Everett that Gordo was his last chance while Everett was hugging on him. The moment was captured on a camera. And remember, the video went viral. And that was when Evelyn and her sons, they was like, Now, he said he didn't have anything to do with our son. I think we need to have another talk with Drew. Because when the Costello family had visited the Tejadas earlier, remember Evelyn asked Drew if he had seen Gordo. But nobody has seen him in a few days. And Drew lied and said he hasn't heard from him either. But after seeing that viral video, Gordo's mother, Evelyn, knew immediately that Drew had been lying to them. Now, let's recap the last episode of last season, and then we're going to jump right into this season. So on season 3, episode 10, it was called Divided We Stand. Beginning of that show, we saw Effie was booked into jail. Shortly thereafter, Kane managed to sneak a phone to her to tell her that Monet was coming for her and to watch her back. Tariq was still in the hospital, but he was about to be released. Brayden was there at his bedside. They were discussing how Saxe was able, how the heck did they find Tasha? And, Saxe was already dead, but he managed to do it from the grave, thanks to a fail-safe that Saxe had. And if y'all don't know what a fail-safe is, it's basically a system or a plan that comes into operation in the event that something might go wrong, or that there is, they need to prevent something from going wrong. That's basically what it is. So when Teray says a fail-safe, that just basically means in the case that Saxe died, he left a little something behind, and it was called a hard drive, okay? But anyway, Brayden and Tariq, they did manage to get their money back from Brayden's uncle Lucas behind, that Ponzi scheme. After being released from the hospital, Tariq ran up in Tommy's mother, Tommy Egan, ran up in Mrs. Egan's home looking for Tommy. He had his gun on his hip, the finger on the trigger, and he was looking for Tommy and his mama. But Mrs. Egan, she swore she didn't know anything. She don't know where he is, where her son is, but she did tell Tariq. Now, one thing I know about my son, Tariq, why you running around looking for him with your gun at your hip? I know you all about it, right? But one thing, if I don't know anything about my son, he is not to be played with. He is not to be played with. Tariq said, well, you know what? We both got something that's common. She was like, you don't want to get on his wrong side. And Tariq basically said, and he don't want to get on my wrong side. But anyway, Tommy later pulled up on Tariq and told him that he and Tasha had worked shit out. Tariq had no idea that him and his mom and Tommy had squashed the beef. Uncle Tommy and Tasha were no longer beefing at the time. And then we saw the little recap where they both, Tommy had basically had his life saved by Tasha several times. She also, she put down her bestie. Remember, she killed her bestie over him because she claimed that she was going to snitch on Tommy and Tariq. So they formed a truce. Something Tariq knew nothing about. Nothing about. Now, Monet, she had paid a visit to Noma. The feds were all over Noma. They started to investigate her. Effie got locked up, unbeknownst to Noma, which is why she slashed right through Obi's face. Now, y'all know Obi is like her right-hand man, right? She don't give a damn. She don't give a damn, right-hand man or not. She took that knife and she cut his face up so fast you almost missed it. But Monet, she done finessed the Russians, took out Kai, wiped out all the Castillos, and since Noma needed a way to move her weight, she agreed to work with Monet. On one condition, though. On one condition, though. And y'all make sure y'all like and share the video while I'm doing my little old review. Thank you very much. Let me highlight some of your comments. Thank you, Corio. She said it's the Hood Table Review Power Book 2 Ghost Episode Season 4, Episode 1. Season 4, Episode 1. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. And definitely hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App if you want to donate to the commentary. But Noma, she said one condition, though. She needed her product moved. The feds was on her. She had to get rid of that stuff, right? So she said, I'll work with you, Monet, on one condition. That condition was that she find out the truth behind her fiance, Mecca's death. And, you know, Mecca was Monet's, son's daddy, the one that she accidentally had killed. Monet replied, okay, I can tell you what happened, or are you just really going to let some fuck boy come in between our business? And I guess not. Since now Monet is Tariq, Braden, and her own kids' new boss. And after conducting business, Effie had to appear in front of the grand jury, where Lauren was to testify. Of course, she had to change her story up because of the threat from Monet. Monet pointed a gun at Tariq's head, told him that under no circumstances, Effie and Lauren cannot talk. Not only did Monet tell Tariq that, but so did McLean. According to McLean, both of Tariq's bitches have to go. He said both your bitches have to go because, you know, he was messing with both of them, right? This led to Tariq, Braden, and Kane meeting up with Lauren to convince her to change her story up in court. After showing her a video of her mother and father being held captive to kind of, put a little pressure on Lauren. But aside from her family being put in harm's way, Lauren knew that wasn't really looking out for her. She knew that Detective Sullivan was not really looking out for her justice. Sullivan just wanted to bring down some of the big drug rings, for her dead boyfriend Sachs. She was trying to get payback for herself. She was looking out for herself. So Lauren wasn't with that shit. She was like, okay, me testify, help you put these people away for your dead man, or me not testify, and save my parents' life. So obviously, we saw what she did. Okay. And then Sullivan also, remember, she was looking at a promotion. So that was another thing that she could have got if Lauren would have testified. But anyway, Lauren, once she was put in front of that jury, she lied saying that Sullivan had told her to say that Effie, aka Josephine Morales, her government name, attempted to kill her. She was like, that didn't happen. She told me to say that in order for me to see my family again, because remember, they had stashed her away. She was gone so long, they just knew she was dead. They just knew she was dead, but she wasn't dead. They had just stashed her away at some safe house or something like that, till everything like smoothed over to all the criminals and the organizations and, all that was taken care of. But anyway, she said, nah, that ain't what happened. But later on in the show, Diana convinced Tariq to help her kill Monet for killing their father, Tejada. And Diana she told her brothers, Drew and Kane, basically she never saw the killers. That's what she said. That was she said to Tariq. She was like, okay, if you help me kill my mother for killing our father, I'll just tell my brothers I saw nothing. I didn't see a damn thing. Right? So they won't know it's you. All right? That's what the plan was. Monet was shot. She was rushed into surgery. And while Diana was so-called playing her part, acting all sad and emotional about the shooting, instead of saying she didn't see the shooter, she confessed right away to Kane that it was in fact Tariq. And that he had shot Monet because Tariq was under the impression that Monet had something to do with his mother's disappearance. So Drew and Diana, they knew of that master plan. Kane was actually the only one left in the dark. He had no idea that Diana and Drew had come up with a master plan to get rid of their mother and then turn around and blame it on Tariq. He was clueless on that. But at the end of the show, the finale of last season, when Tariq met up with Noma to, proposition a partnership between the two of them, it was then that Tariq realized he was set up by Diana and Drew. But Tariq, usually being one step ahead, said the words, Anya Covington. Noma was like, say what, say who? Come again? Anya Covington. That's what he said to Noma. Immediately, Noma stepped up like, I know you ain't say shit about my daughter. You know how she talks because she's British. She was like, I know you did not say nothing about my daughter. Not my daughter. Tariq promised her that if anything happens to him, something is going to happen to her daughter because he got people who got eyes on her daughter. Okay? Even Noma was like, clever boy, always with a plan. But this time, through Effie warning Noma that Tariq had threatened her daughter, she was one step of Tariq. Okay, so she had already had somebody there, just in case Tariq had, tried to take a hit out on their daughter or try to kidnap their daughter. But God. Thank God for Braden coming through. Do y'all remember a time? Y'all gotta let me know. Talk to me now. Do y'all remember a time when Braden was scared to even fight? Braden was scared to even sell a $10 dime bag of weed. He was afraid to hustle. Braden was scared of the streets, okay? Now, remember his brother, he was out there. Remember, okay, y'all remember when Kane had told them, demanded that they get out there and they sold so much drugs and they had to do it within so much time. And they was out there all night. And Braden's brother basically went through all that, got rid of all of that. And Braden, he was just punking out, right? Now, Braden, he's running around like a hitman. He's running around like a paid hitman. He ain't scared of no guns. He ain't scared to put in no work. He ain't scared to put nobody down. He came in there blasted for his homeboy. He came through right in the nick of time, right on time for but God, okay? And then after Noma took a chunk out of Obi's face, he decided to do Tariq a solid. He was already mad at Noma. That's to her, he's still being loyal. Even though she slashed up his face and left him with a big ass scar and a gash on the side of his face. To her, he's still being loyal. It ain't like that so much. He played her. He made sure he sent a kite to you know how they call it in prison. Basically he sent a message to Braden and told him what was going on. Okay, so and he did that because remember, y'all might forgot, but remember those green cards? Tariq had did him a solid. And he managed to get all these, they were like, fake, but, fraudulent green cards, for his family. Obi remembered that. So what he did was he hit up Braden, told him it was about to go down, told him to hurry up and get your ass over here. Okay, so again, he managed to get over there. Him and Tariq managed to get away. Obi hit up Braden to come rescue Tariq just in the nick of time. But now Braden and Tariq, they got to figure out how to get out of their predicament that they have found themselves in. Okay, that was my little recap for the recap. Okay, and now we on to a Ghost Season 4 premiere episode 1, and it's called I Don't Die Easy. Now, a lot of stuff was going on in this episode, but not a lot at the same time. The scenes went pretty fast. I watched the episode twice, and I took down some notes, and I was like, it's a lot going on, but at the same time, it's not, right? And what's up, Ray Black? How you doing, love? How you doing? Make sure you guys like the video, share the video on your way in. But, so the new season started off last night. If you didn't it's about to be some spoilers if you didn't watch it, right? As a matter of fact, we was talking about it earlier today. We was talking about some B-sector stuff. Somebody was like, don't say nothing. I ain't watched it yet. Give me a second to watch it. So I did. And y'all know, normally when I do my reviews, I wait a couple of days. If a show come out on Thursday, I might not review it till Saturday or Sunday. And the reason why I do that is because some people can't watch the shows right away. But when it comes to premieres, oh, I'll be on that. I'll be on that. So anyway, let's rock and roll, y'all. Season 4, the final season, by the way, episode 1, I Don't Die Easy. So, of course, they opened the show back up. Tariq was about to get shot up by Noma and the Tejadas, but thankfully, again, with the help of a tip from Obi, Brayden arrived in time to save Tariq, and they ambushed the warehouse. Brayden ambushed the warehouse. Gunshots was ringing out everywhere. People was running everywhere. He managed to help Tariq get out of there and escape in a car. Cane, however, did happen to get shot. He caught a bullet, but it was to his arm, so he'll survive. Now, while Noma was setting it up for, a doctor to make a stop at Cane's penthouse, Tariq and Brayden were figuring out just how to prepare for war. Cane, man, listen, Tariq is about that life. Now, although Brayden, we have been seeing him put in more work lately, he figured, man, let's just get out of here. Let's just get the money that we stashed and let's get out of here. We got our money back. You got your inheritance from your father back, from the Ponzi scheme. Let's just get the hell out of here. Tariq was like, nah, I got to find out what's up with my sister and what's up with my mama. So he's down for a war. And Tariq still had it in mind to kidnap Noma's daughter, Anya, but he wasn't quick enough. Therefore, Noma's bodyguards had managed to get Anya away to safety. Once Noma's daughter was safe at home, Noma put $100,000 bounty on both Tariq's head and Brayden's head. So it was bounty hunters, headhunters, both looking for Tariq and Brayden. And although Noma had a doctor on standby for Cane, Cane had no intentions of going straight to the crib. Effie was like, hey, what is you doing? Get back in the car. He's like, nope, I'm about to go take a trip to the Westons. And he was like, you can go on. I'm about to jump he jumped his butt out that car, just blood running all down his shoulder, and ran up into the Westons' home and was beating the crap out of Brayden's brother, trying to make them, confess or give up the locations of Tariq and Brayden. But they had no idea. They didn't even know what was going on. They didn't even have any idea that their daughter was soon to be in trouble. Okay. But after he put a beating on Brayden's older brother, Effie popped up and she was able to convince Cane, come on, bro. They don't know nothing. Look at their faces. They don't know anything. So she managed to get Cane up out of there. The family didn't know anything about the whereabouts. As a matter of fact, after that, Diana and Drew tried to kidnap Brayden's sister. So the family didn't know that was going on either. Brayden's sister, thanks to something else, girls, something we all should have. And if you ain't got none, you better get some. If you ain't got no gat, you better get some mace. Okay? She had a big old can of mace and she sprayed it all up in Drew's face. So she was able to get away from them. Brayden's sister, thanks to something every girl should have, put that mace all up on his face. He was so beat red, and y'all know Drew is so light-skinned. He is so light-skinned. His face was so red. He was blinded. But still, yeah, Brayden's sister being put in harm's way led to Brayden's dad basically disowning him. They tried to go to his dad for help. He wasn't helping. Matter of fact, they not only tried to go to his dad for help, Tariq coming to terms that it's really on now with Noma and the Tejadas, he desperately reached out to McLean as well for a lifeline, for a rope. McLean was like, first of all, he was in the shower with two broads. And he stepped out the shower and basically told Tariq, you on your own. I'll pray for you. You know what? I'll pray for you. But I can't do shit for you because Davis, for the meantime, was unable to practice law thanks to some shit he had got into last season. So Tariq and Brayden, they later head over to the school to grab their stash, the only money that they have left to their name. And while they were doing that, Tariq received a message from Effie, who obviously still has some sort of feelings for him. Now, this is very weird because 1 second she's helping, Cane get it to right, Tariq. And then in the next second, she's helping Tariq get at Cane. So, it's kind of confusing now, but you can definitely tell that she still has some feelings for, Tariq as well. But Effie alerted Tariq that not only was Kane at the school looking for him, but other headhunters as well who are chasing that, again, $100,000 reward for each of their heads. But before anybody could get to them, Paz's son catches up with Tariq. They call him Junior. I think his name is actually Angel. I think he is actually named after his aunt Angela, but his mom called him Junior. So he catches up with Tariq, and he's new to the DA. But he's trying to do his big one, because of his auntie who was killed, He also confirmed that Sachs kept everything on a hard drive. And Tariq had already said that Sachs said, if he go to the grave, the location of his mother and sister go to the grave with him, and he'll also leave something behind. A safe file. And that's exactly what he did. And so Detective Junior or Angel, whatever his name is, he caught up with Tariq and he told him he know everything. He know about the green card scams for the Okiki family, Obi's family. He also know about the drugs. He knows about Noma. He suspects Tariq of being her, of Noma being his connect. He knows about everything thanks to the hard drive. But up until then, Tariq had no knowledge of Paz's son, who happened again to be Angela Valdez's nephew. Tariq was like, oh, okay. So you're Angela's nephew? The same Angela, the federal prosecutor, the one that was also my father's bitch? Yeah, that Angela. So Paz's son was obviously hoping to not only get justice for his aunt's murder, but also take down Tariq as well, along with Noma's criminal network. Again, though, other headhunters were also at the school. So before he could take Tariq down, some other shots rang out, giving Tariq and Braden a means of escape. Paz's son managed to put down the other headhunter. Tariq, knowing that Paz's son really doesn't have a federal warrant for him, he knew that he was doing this shit on his own. He just trying to get his big one. He just trying to get some revenge for his auntie, all right? So Tariq knew he didn't have no warrant, and Tariq also knew he needed some leverage. So Tariq made a call to Noma to discuss a truce. And if he gets rid of the Agent Angel, aka Junior, Noma had to promise not to go after Reek's family. And Reek also would not go after her daughter, Anya, right? And listening to the advice from her right-hand man, Obi, the one whose face she slashed up earlier, Noma made a presidential executive decision, and that was to back the fuck off of Tariq and his family for now. So once the truce was made, Tariq, he put a bullet in Paz's son. He then framed it to make it appear like her son, Angel, aka Junior, was actually shot by a school shooter, just some random school shooter who just was, up there terrorizing. And Tariq then took out the headhunter. Not only did Noma stand down, but so did Kane and Drew. Why? Because Drew lied to Kane, telling him that Diana made a mistake when accusing Tariq of shooting their mother. That, of course, had to be done, since Tariq threatened to inform Monet, who was now back among the living, that it was her own kids who set her up to be killed. Again, Kane had no idea what his sister Diana and his brother Drew had did setting up their mother. He just knew that his sister said Tariq did it. And now he's looking like, fuck you mean? You mean to tell me Diana, who's been around Tariq for years, who said it was him who shot their mom, is now saying she made a mistake? So he's in confusion. But Kane was like, stand down, bro. Stand down. Just listen to me, bro. Just listen to me. Okay? So anyway, while all that was going on, Monet was slowly waking up from her coma with her daughter Diana at her side. Also, while Monet was possibly lying on her deathbed, Paz, now this is where a new character comes in. Paz, Angel's sister, after finding out that her son was killed by an alleged school shooter, she approached Detective Carter. Detective Carter fine ass who we know as none other than Michael Ealy. Okay, Michael Ealy. I used to be, child. I ain't even gonna tell you my feelings that I used to have for him and his sexy ass eyes. Okay, but anyway, she approached Detective Carter after finishing his confessional to the priest. Has explained to Carter how her son's death investigation is about to be closed. She also said she knows that there is something up with her son's death and that the police are overlooking it. So she needs his help. Now, when Detective Carter was in confessionals, y'all heard him. He was acting really weird, and really cynical. He was making his confessions to the priest, and the priest mentioned his dead wife Denise. Now, did y'all also wonder who Denise was and how she might come into play? How Detective Carter might come into play? This is season 4, the last season ever, the final season of Ghost 2. And we got a new detective and it's mention of his dead wife, Denise. Now, let me bring back y'all memory for those of y'all who might have forgot. Okay, so back in season 1, I think it was starting around like episode 7 through 9. I think episode 7 through 9. That's where this character named Denise came into play. Now, I'm not 100% sure this is who they're referring to, but I do think it's a possibility. Okay, so remember, Denise was Tasha's old daycare client. Remember when Tasha had started a daycare because she needed somewhere to clean her money, right? And so she opened up a daycare and she was working with one of her clients whose name was Denise. And her real name is Epiphany Turner. That's what her name was, Epiphany Turner. But after she had disappeared, Tasha found out that she was a doctor. Okay, that she was a doctor. So after meeting up with Paula, this is back in season 1. Okay, we're talking about season 1. So after meeting with McClain and Paula, Paula, remember she was sleeping with McClain? Y'all might have forgot, but anyway, Tasha knew that something fishy was up. She was constantly being kept out of the loop from her defense team, and her defense team was McClain Davis and the lady he was sleeping with, Paula. And after figuring that out, she summoned Paula on a one-on-one visit and wanted to call her attorneys out on their shit. And after being called out by Tasha on her affair with McClain, Paula revealed the name of the expert witness, which is Epiphany. I have a feeling about this. I just have a feeling that it has to do something with early on in the show. Also remember that she was a whole stripper. She was a stripper. She had a kid. She was arrested on a warrant. She was arrested on intent to sell cocaine. She was also desperate to get off and get her son back. And it was a lot of things going on then. Tariq was supposed to kill her because Tasha, his mother, told him that he needed to treat her the same way they treated Slim, a.k.a. Kanan, a.k.a. 50 Cent. Now, Tariq did kill Slim, but they did set Kanan up, who ended up getting killed in a shootout with the police, right? So, a lot of people is trying to figure out how this new Detective Carter, a.k.a. Michael Ealy, is going to come into play on this show. So what do y'all think? And what up, KT? What up, KT? I know you said you might make it tonight. I know you said you might make it tonight. So who do y'all think Denise is? Let me know. Let me know who y'all think. But anyway, I thought the episode was really, really good. Now, I did say earlier before I started this review that some of my predictions haven't came to pass in my favor. I made some predictions over these past 3 seasons that were correct, but some of my, like the one about Ghost. I know Ghost fell off that, what was it? He was knocked down off of I can't remember, the landing or whatever you want to call it. And he fell down. They said he died and all that stuff. But I, for the last 3 seasons, was like, nah, Ghost ain't really dead. He over there with Tupac and Biggie and them, on an island somewhere. I always felt like Ghost is gonna come back like a ghost. And I guess I'm wrong. The club balcony. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. The balcony. I'm talking about the landing. But yes, he had fell off the balcony. Got pushed off, knocked off. And I always felt like, and I'm probably the only one out there who had a glimmer of hope still left in me that he was going to come back. I'm probably the only one. And he probably won't. But that was one of my predictions. That would happen. And so far, he hasn't came back. He's came back as a ghost. Remember when Tariq was taken to jail and he had a dream and his father basically was talking shit to him, telling he ain't gonna never be shit. You ain't gonna never do shit. You ain't shit. Remember that? He had that dream and Ghost appeared to him in a dream. But other than that, he hasn't came back yet. So that was my question. Oh, you said you missed the question. Okay, let me recap it. Okay, so you know who Detective Carter is? The new Detective Carter, Michael Ealy. He is brand new to season 4. And it was mention of his wife, Denise. When he was in confessionals, the priest was asking him, because his wife had passed. And they didn't really say how his wife passed. And so there's a lot of posts and blogs out there saying, who is Denise? Who is Denise? And how is she connected to this new detective? And how will he be connected to, obviously, Tariq, maybe possibly the Tejadas? Possibly. So that's what a lot of people are trying to figure out. And before this season even started, they was making blogs, they was preparing us for Michael Ealy, preparing us for him coming to the show, right? And they said that he's going to come in and shake up a lot of shit. That's what they said. They said he's definitely a big, big bump in Tariq's road. And it's going to be a very, very crazy dynamic between the two. That is what they said about Ealy making an appearance this season as Detective Carter. Yep. So I'm really looking forward to finding out how Michael Ealy, how his part is going to come into play in this last season. And again, I really feel some type of way about this being the last season because this has been a nice ride. This has been a nice ride. 50 Cent does some good work. Like he really does some good work. He really has a great imagination. Coming from the streets, coming from the hoods, coming from hustling, banging, all that type of shit, becoming a rapper, an entrepreneur, owning his own bottles and, just all the different things that he's, done. And then putting his hand into TV shows and movies and things like that. He has a very, very, very creative mind. And I've always liked 50 Cent all the way back to when he first came out, his very first single, his very first album, CD, whatever you want to call it. I always had a thing for 50 Cent. But yeah, so I'm gonna miss this season. But I have a feeling it's gonna be really great and it's gonna give us a reason to hang on. To hang on to every episode. I really do believe that. What's up, Real Mama Fifi's? You said I love that 50 Cent. Yes, he is a very smart businessman. Remember that song? I'm a hustler. Hey. Man, he been hustling and grinding since he was a little kid. And I think we still have a lot to see. I think he still has a lot in him. We're going to see a lot more things that he's going to be doing, with his life. And, being an entrepreneur and things like that. And never know, we might get some different TV shows, some different movies, because eventually all the Power spinoffs got to end, right? The one with Tommy Force, the other one with Raising Kanan, eventually they're all going to end. And then I believe he's gonna, have some different type of spinoffs or something like that. But yeah, so that's my review on season 4, the episode 1 premiere. I Don't Die Easy. We recapped like the end of season 3, and then we brought that right on to the forefront of the premiere of season 4. I hope you guys enjoyed the season. I hope I brought back to your memory some of the things, or enjoyed the review, I should say. And I hope I brought back to your memory some of the things that you might have forgot about in season 3. Because again, it has been a whole year. Season 3 ended in May of 2023. It is now June of 2024. So it has been a whole year since we seen Power 2. And I was under the impression, I was about to start thinking that it ain't gonna never come back on. But they finally did bring it back. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So I really enjoyed it. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you came late, just feel free to rewind, red ball it back. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe if you haven't done that already. Again, if you want to donate to the platform, our Cash App is $TheHoodTable402. Thank you so very much. Thank you for hanging on with me. Yes, KT, that was a very long time, right? A very long time. So yeah, I was all for it coming back. You say you scream when Tariq shot that fit. I know. And the headhunter and the other dude, I think that was who shot the headhunter? Was that Braden? Was that Braden who shot the headhunter? I think Braden, I can't remember if Tariq shot both of them or Braden shot that one. But when he shot that boy, I was like, damn, he ain't even stand a chance. He ain't stood a chance. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be really good. It's gonna be a lot of payback, a lot of clapback this season. That's what I predict. You said Tariq is my little thug crush. I know, right? And he's so cute with his little baby face. You said the fan shot him. Okay. That's it. Thank you, real mamas. Because I remember he was on the other side of the car. And remember he was standing like between the cars. And when they were sneaking between the cars, that's right. They saw him get a bullet to the dome, right? And he fell down. And I was like, what the hell? And then that's when he started walking around. He was like, Tariq. Yes. Angela's nephew, Junior. They called him Junior, aka Angel, because I guess he's named after Angela. That's what we were trying to figure out, Sheila. That's what we was trying to figure out. Who is Denise? and I was doing a little research, and I was doing a little research, looking up Denise, and people was like, who is she? Who is Detective Carter? She was barely, she was briefly mentioned in the show's final scene, towards the end when he was in the confessionals, and people are wondering who that is. I have a feeling, like I said before, I think Denise, I think maybe Tariq has something to do with her murder, or maybe Tasha has some, I don't know, child. I don't know. But again, I'm definitely interested to find out. And I could be wrong, because I was getting Denise, because, okay, let me tell you this. The lady who played Epiphany Turner, the one that was from season 1, her real name is Brandy Denise Boyd. That's the only Denise that I could come up with. The only Denise. Now, remember, Epiphany, she was a stripper, right? Remember, she helped Tasha find people to buy cocaine, and she helped her like clean money out the daycare. Remember that in season 1? That's the only Denise that I remember, but her screen name, her show name was Epiphany Turner. Her real life name is Denise. Other than that, I don't know how Denise fits into this whole thing. I don't know. So, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Is they going to spin it like Epiphany's real name was Denise in the show? Because Epiphany has to be a stage name, right? I mean, of course, I guess somebody's mama could name them Epiphany, but I'm thinking more like Epiphany was her stripper name. But I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with something. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to finding out. I think we're gonna learn really quickly in episode 2. That's right. She was, remember Tariq, he had gave her some of the money. And remember he used some of the other money to pay off 2-Bit? Remember that? Yep. So he gave her some of the money and told her to get the hell out of town because his mama wanted him to put her down. And he was like, he felt bad. And he was like, no, I'm gonna just give you some money, get the hell out of Dodge. The same thing they did with Lauren, but come to find out, Lauren had been taken to a stash house, or a safe house, I should say, by the feds. But yeah, they had given her some money to leave town, and then Tariq, with the rest of that money, he had, paid off 2-Bit or whatever. But yeah, so I don't know. The people who's coming in, who might come in late, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. Who you think Tariq, who you think Denise is. How do y'all think this new detective, Michael Ealy? Ooh, he is, it's the eyes for me, honey. It has always been the eyes for me and those red lips. Oh, Lord. Y'all remember it was once upon a time when light skin was the only thing in. And then dark skin was in. But when light skin was in, child, you couldn't tell me nothing about Michael Ealy. You could tell me nothing bad about his ass because he was like everything to me. I had his posters on my wall. Man, we going way back, okay? You said what happened to money? Tariq got to leave town on campus. Oh, no, they took that money. Remember, they took it from the swimming pool? It was stashed in the swimming pool. Not in the swimming pool, but the walls of the swimming pool or the walls of the gym. So they grabbed it and they put it in their book bags. And then after, they must have stashed, they had to stash it because he stayed behind to lie and basically say it was a school shooter and he had took out the other guy. And after the school shooter had took out past his son. So Braden had already bounced, I guess. And I think Braden, if I remember correctly, he gave Braden the money, right? Did he give Braden the bag? He gave him the duffel bag of money. Yeah, remember he gave it to Braden? Yep, he gave the duffel bag to Braden. He told him to go. Yep. So that's when the police came. He was the only one there. Tariq was the only one there, left behind. Yep. So Braden, his homeboy, he got the money. You said Tariq need to hook up with Tommy. Tariq and Tommy, Tariq and Tommy. Well, I'm glad that Tariq finally realized that his mom and Tommy had a truce. I am glad about that. He had no idea that they had a truce. That Tasha and him had decided a while ago that they were going to stop coming for each other's neck. And, Tasha managed to save his life a couple of times, and Tariq just didn't have any idea. So that's why he thought that the reason why his sister and his mother was missing was because of Tommy. That Tommy had gave some information either to Monet or Tariq didn't know what was going on. But he did think Tommy had something to do with it. But evidently, it seems like Tommy is innocent. Yeah, what's up, Lady JJ? How you doing? But yep, you guys, I'm about to get out of here. It's been almost an hour. I'm about to sit here and chill out and enjoy the rest of my weekend. Tomorrow, my grandson is coming over, so I'll be kicking it with my baby, and he gonna spend the night. He comes over on the weekends, usually to spend the night. So tomorrow is his weekend to spend the night. So tonight, I'm just gonna be always baby-proof the house before he gets here. I got locks that go on my cabinet, locks on my bathroom cabinets. I just try to put everything up that's breakable, something that might cause, harm. Things that might cause harm to a baby. He is 3. But, 1 second while I get a sip of water. Yes, yes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to my grandson coming over tomorrow. And then Sunday, I don't know what I'm gonna do on Sunday. I don't know. I think I might barbecue Sunday. I barbecue a lot in the summertime. Next weekend is Father's Day. So we definitely grilling out next weekend for Father's Day. But I told my son I think I want to grill this weekend too, probably Sunday after my grandbaby goes home, and then probably grill because I got some ribs I bought the other day and some riblets and different things that I might put on the grill. So that's probably what I'll be doing Sunday. But other than that, I'll be checking out you guys. If anybody's going live, I'll try to check out as much of you content creators as I can to support your content. Other than that, I'll probably be up in my Netflix and my Hulu. And I got so many apps that I'm subscribed to. It's too many. Max, Paramount, Hulu. Did I say Hulu? Oh, what's the one on Amazon? Amazon Prime. I'm just subscribed to a whole bunch of stuff. So, that's what I do on the weekends. I spend some time catching up on TV shows and then try to get out also with some of my friends, get out with some of my homegirls and my cousins, and try to just enjoy. It's summertime, y'all. It's summertime. So get out, do something fun, do something for you, hang out with friends, kick it outside, get some of that sun. You know what I'm saying? Let that sun hit on that melanin. Okay. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to get my butt out of here. Share the video again. Subscribe if you're new here to the Hood Table. Feel free to hit the member button if you want to join the membership. And also, again, if you want to donate, $ the Hood Table 402 will do. And on that note, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Thank you, KT. Y'all have a good weekend as well.